Now as you all are familiar with the rate constant, that like in the reaction this rate is equal to K concentration of reactants raised to their respective powers. So in this K, the K is rate constant. You know that we call rate constant as specific rate constant. Now what is the reason that we call rate constant specific rate constant? The reason is that the value of this K is specific for a specific reaction. Like that means that it is going to possess different values for different chemical reaction. That is why we often call it as the specific rate constant. And I think you are familiar that on what factors the value of this K depends. I told you in a previous lecture, but still I will sum up that again. So the value of this K gives us the rate of reaction. It is independent of the concentration of the reactant, but it do depends on the temperature. Keep in mind its value is greatly affected greatly by the change in temperature. As we increase the temperature, K increases, so the rate also increases, and vice versa. If we decrease the temperature, the value of K falls, and as well as the value for the rate of reaction falls. So this is what we have, specific rate constant. Now our concern is that if I want to write the formula for this rate constant, then what is going to be the formula? See, I have to just shuffle them up. So it becomes K is equal to rate divided by the concentration of reactants. Right. So this is the expression that if we wish to calculate the rate constant, we can do it by this formula. But our concern is that also that in which units it is being calculated. So just listen to me carefully, that the unit for this rate constant is not same always. Or you can say the units used for calculating the K varies with the order of the reaction. Just look at the board. I will take an example and I will explain you accordingly that how the units vary according to the rate order. Suppose I have this reaction, right? If I am going to write the rate law equation, so obviously it is going to be like this, you know that. Let it be X, experimental values, that is X and Y. So in this, like if I want to know the units for it, so first of all I am going to write the units for this and units for this and unit for this. So like in which unit the rate of reaction is calculated? You know that it is moles per liter per second, right? K we have to find, and in which unit we take the concentration? We take concentration always in moles per liter. So let it be moles per liter X, let it be moles per liter Y, right? So this means that the unit of this thing, see, the unit for rate of reaction is going to be same and unit for the concentration is going to be same, but the unit used for rate constant is going to be different because it depends on the value of X and Y. That means it depends upon the order of reaction, right? Suppose if we have zero order reaction, so that means I am going to put like this. So rate is, you can say rate is equal to K A0 and B0. So that means we have unit moles per liter per second. K we have to find. This is mole per liter and again this is moles per liter. So if I need to find the unit for K, then I will just shuffle them up. So it will be K is equal to moles per liter per second divided by moles per liter, again moles per liter, right? But as we know, these values are actually 0, so that means they can be neglected, right? So the unit for it is going to be moles per liter per second. So for zero order reaction, the unit is going to be moles per liter per second. Now we consider first order reaction. So in first order, we will write an expression like this. I can write this way also. So let it be 1 and we take B as Y as 0. So we neglect it, right? So I am just writing, we are just concerned with the concentration of A because the power of A is 1. So it is contributing towards the rate. Now I am writing the units involved, moles per liter per second. K we have to find, and this is moles per liter. I am just shuffling them up. So it becomes moles per liter per second divided by moles per liter. Moles per liter cancel out. So that means for second order reaction, the unit is going to be per second. Now similarly, we take it for second order. So for second order, it is you can say, suppose I am taking B as 0, right? So that means only this is contributing. I'll write the units. We know that the rate is measured in moles per liter per second. K I have to find, and this is moles per liter square. So that means the value for K becomes moles per liter per second, moles per liter twice. So this cancels out. So it becomes liter per mole per second. So this is the unit we are going to use for the second order reaction. And for third order, suppose I'll write straight away. I am neglecting B, I am taking B as 0. So that means R is equal to Ka cube. So that means again moles per liter per second. See, the rate is always going to be moles per liter per second, because we know that it is the change in the concentration of chemical species with respect to time, and concentration is always calculated in moles per liter. So we have moles per liter per second. That is why it is always moles per liter per second. Now K we have to find, and this is moles per liter 3 times. So it becomes so when you will solve it, it will become this, and you can write that it is liter square per mole square per second. So this is how you are going to find the units. So I think it's clear that the units for the rate constant varies with the order of the reaction. So this is how. So if if any of the numericals you are going to solve for K, so just look at the units also, because you have to write the answer in proper units, and you know that the unit is not going to remain same. It will change for the different order reaction. I'll explain you with the examples more by taking a numerical questions, but for this moment just be well versed with this concept that how we calculate the units.